Greetings, fellow Wendigo. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Biotech, The First Wendigo, Episode 32, Who's at the Door? To briefly recap last stream, it was actually 2 weeks ago, and it was a bit of a mini-series marathon. It was grueling, and we're picking up where we left off with very pacified prison populations, so they do not fight back, which is great, with 2 children in growth pods, and a slave who's also a genie and has been proven to be fairly useful. I did change some things on my end, so I'm going to go over that real quick. Nothing has changed with the genes screen here at all. This is unchanged. But in terms of mods, I've added in a few more quality of life mods. One's to be able to rename bills for workbenches, and another to be able to zone a little bit easier. Nothing that actually changes gameplay. Alright. So, the first thing I want to do is to accept the quest, the mech cluster quest. I have this cluster quest here for the Tech Prof Persona Core and Hyperweave, and I'm just going to make the decision that that's the reward I want. And the amount of enemies aren't too bad. I am hoping for mass to age up to 16 ASAP so that I can make use of this mech link that I got last stream. Oh, one weird thing about this mech link. It disappeared. I don't really know how else to explain it. I was loading up this save to play today, just to review everything, and it was gone, and there was a bug log about it being gone. Really don't know what that was about, but if that ever happens to you, you can always dev mode it back. I actually played the game frame by frame, and I was like, alright, where did it go? And it literally disappeared. It, like, the loading of the save deleted it, so, you know. But very strange. I'm not sure what that was about. So one of the things I wanted to do is to have T-Sang, who is our craftsman. I'm going to have him be making human leather corsets for sale. One of the things I want to do, besides accepting this quest inside of 4 days, is to improve my relation with Glitterworld Empire and with the Covenant of Ambus. The Covenant of Ambus, I want my relation with them to be better because they're baseliners. They're all baseliners, which means that essentially they're basically useless to Wendy. And in being useless to Wendy, it means that I can have them as a trade partner because it's not like she has genes to exploit from them, right? They're just baseliners. They don't have interesting genes. The other things I wanted to do is I just changed some of the shelving here. And then T-Sang, you are going to be told to tailor. I also want to take the mechs out of hibernation. So Orange Chaos and Kish are going to be moving around. I'm going to send Orange Chaos over here to mine this uranium. And then Kish is going to help me protect the unstable power cells. So those are some initial tasks. Just things that I thought the colony could benefit from. So I'll be roofing up the chimney here so it's not so vulnerable. And then walling in the unstable power cell. Some other things I wanted to do. I am going to move this herbal meds there, and then drop a wall for this prison to enclose on the gene extractor, so I don't have to carry them as often, because that's kind of annoying. And then also this back section can break down because I no longer need individual smaller cells because they're all have been made pacified, so I don't really need to worry about that. Oh man, the drop frames are real bad, huh? Alright, that all looks good so far. Wendy is due for death rest sorta soon, so I gotta keep my eyes on that, make sure that I don't overshoot my window. I'd also like to get Zeta out of here. So one of the other things I wanted to do is let's edit the food here. So perishable cannibal, I'm actually going to create a new food restriction called cannibal. And cannibal is going to be human meat meals that are not nutrient-based or packaged survival. Or vegetarian for that matter, because you can't have a cannibal vegetarian meal. It's not possible. And Wendy, there we go. And then the original perishable cannibal meal, this one is going to be guests. And guests are going to have access to I think for now, just simple meals and nutrient-paced meals with appetizing meat. And guests is the default. So now this baseliner is on guests' meals. And then these guys are on prison food. And as soon as my guest goes, I'm going to change it around. Actually, no, I'm going to change it around now. Sorry, being indecisive. So guests here is going to be prison food. Prison NPM. And it's the top option, so it will be defaulted. And then prison food is going to go to guests. And that way I don't have to keep changing it. So I'm just going to give them simple meals. Because I am trying to befriend... I'm trying to befriend that faction there. Alright, there we go. So now Wendy has something to actually feed that guest that won't... no, he doesn't want to eat that. Try again. There we go. Feeding him a simple meal because he doesn't want to eat cannibal meals and I don't want to waste the human meat on him. T-Sang, you are about to go to sleep, but once T-Sang's back up, I'm going to hit him with a work drive so that I can get a few more corsets out of him. Rapid fire corsets. Alright. So those are some nice changes for now. And a lot of these corsets, once I have enough of them, I'm planning on shoving them into a transport pod and then sending them to the Empire to try to make an ally. I think that would be a very powerful tool. Adding some additional cabling. And... yeah, the drop frames are just as bad as ever. Ouch. Okay. So Wendy is just trying to maintain the base for now. So you, sir, you're malnourished, but I just fed you, so he should be out soonish. And I'm going to have Wendy just help out around building the base up. Actually, to save me a little bit of time, I'm going to put Bella Rose into the extractor. Where she has genes that I could use. Alright. Oh yeah, where is Yoda? Who's hiding on us? Alright, Wendy. Yeah, get those walls going. Perfect. So breaking this down to one large prison, just so it's a little bit easier to manage. Oh, quest coming. The Dark Beasts. 20 wargs for an oral beam targeter? Holy cow. Like, why would I not accept this? So I'm definitely going to accept this. What reward to accept? Beam targeter and animal pulsar. Lucy and plasteel. Anti, grain, and silver. It might be possible to accept this in such a way that these wargs help to fight the mech cluster. Yeah, I think I'm going to pit one against the other. That seems like a smart play. Alright, finish up this wall, and then the new and improved prison complex will be done. So let's break this down. Oh, he's up. Might as well convert him. I have a bunch of Belarose eggs for him to fertilize. Alright, the other thing I was thinking is bedrooms. Because mass and curiosity are going to require bedrooms. I am going to lay out some potential bedrooms here. Do the stars next to the quest represent difficulty? They do. I wouldn't say it's very accurate, though. But technically, yes, they do represent difficulty. Okay, growth moment for mass is Night Owl. Not much of a choice there, but Night Owl works for me. So schedule. Mass on Night Owl schedules. These pods are fed with nutrition, so that's good so far. And Wendy, what are you working on? You're just sitting on your throne? Yeah, the idea is to make Wish a temporary slave just to fertilize the eggs and then re-imprison him. This is something that we won't really need to do as soon as I start to get full-fledged colonists who are part of the community, or slaves that have xenogenes. Orange Chaos. So I freed Orange Chaos, and I want you to start mining up there. So the uranium has been mined up, and I have plans for that uranium. Drink a little blood, and Belarose, you're out too. I'll drink your blood too. Thank you. And we got Beardless. Not very useful, but whatever. Let's see here. I am going to make a new temporary zone for Wendy to stay here just for a minute so that she can remove all the floors that I want to remove very, very quickly. As long as she's not going to go to sleep or eat or something. There we go. Much faster. Speaking of steel, there's a lot of mechs here. T-Sing, are you... Yeah, you're fresh. Alright, let's hit him with a work drive so that he can use most of his time here making corsets. And it looks like you guys want the beam targeter and animal pulsar. Got it. So this expires in 1.5 days, and this expires in 3 days. And what I'm planning on doing is accepting the mech cluster, and then accepting the dark beasts, and then trying to have the wargs fight the mech cluster. So one thing I want to do ahead of time, and I guess it's going to be out of slate, is to set up stockpiles of slate here. Slate for walls 1. Put it critical. Slate blocks. Copy and copy. So this is so that I can wall up for manhunters and be able to sort of manipulate where they head to. I'm going to permanently wall this up because I don't need 2 entrances there. And then we just have to wait for Solwayne to haul to those locations. All right, Wendy. Let's feed Zeta next. Zeta's probably starving again. Yes, you are. And a little bit longer, and I'm going to have Zeta leave for the rep. Because it's soon not going to be all that safe for Zeta to hang out around our base. It's going to be too dangerous. Alright. Orange Chaos is probably quickly... Yeah, he is, indeed, quickly getting through this metal. How is Parduk doing? Pretty good. Another thing I'm going to need to do with Wendy is to cook. Especially if she's heading into a death rest, because... Oh, you're hauling to the hopper. Because no one's going to be able to cook during her death rest. T-Sang is not very good at cooking, so... You know. Gotta make sure she does it. All right. You keep on making that wonderful corset, and I'll keep cooking so that you all can eat. Right. I think he's just about healthy enough to be able to walk out on his own. And I have about a day left for the Warg's quest. Where is Solwain anyway? Oh, hauling dead mechs in. Okay. That's still a worthwhile thing to do. Alright. Now, I'm starting to get warned about limited time offer quests. So these bedrooms here is going to be for non-prisoners, obviously. And I'm just moving the lamps and the beds out. I could probably rearrange this room to be better, but for now I don't really care. And then this light is going to get installed, and then I'll put this light right in the center. So the prison is all cleaned up. The ETA on eggs is about 5 days. For our Edekin prisoner, I still want to try to convert and enslave temporarily. Oh, and if Orange Chaos is wandering back, it means he finished mining. Yes, sir. That he did. Parduk, get back to work. Zeta probably needs one last meal, and then I'll kick him to the curb. Alright, I'll kick him to the curb in the morning when it's light out and he can walk out faster. Looking good. So we got 4 days. 4 days. Genes are not going to be regrowing, so I'm not going to be scanning them for a long time, but eggs are coming soon. These things already managed to make 6 corsets. I'm wearing 1 and then 5 others. Nice. Oh, man. Stop hauling to the hoppers, please. It's killing me. Okay, Zeta's healed, so Zeta's on his way out. Wendy, cut it. Oh my god, cut it out. You're driving me mad. I don't care about this hopper anymore. In fact, keep it empty. Enough's enough. So these rooms are going to be, well, these lights are in the way, but these rooms are going to be laid out in such a way that it should be mediocre, or maybe decent. All right, so quest expires in 8 hours. So let's accept the mech cluster. And with that in mind, I am going to need to caravan Wendy because Solwayne has not been doing what Solwayne needs to do, which is fine. Can't really give individual controls to him. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to wall up the walls that need to get walled up. So we are going to lead... What is this? Mail suppressor. Initiates in 6 days. That's fortunate. What I'm doing here is I am going to be walling up the entryway doors so that enemies cannot come in and we drive the wargs to where we want the wargs. And I'll accept the wargs now as well. So I have 11 hours to deal with both. Okay, so that is 2 of the doors. Then I need to get the one down below. Zeta just left, just exited, so he's good. Here, let's only load 5. Oh, no, you loaded the whole 8. That's fine. Okay, then we have the 2 up north, Orange Chaos, and all the other mechs are going to be restricted to being in the walls now. I don't want anyone wandering outside anymore. It's not safe. So Orange, you can go onto the recharge group, and Parduk, you can go back to work. And then the last thing Wendy needs to do is to wake up the cluster so as to piss them off and have them be a valid target for the wargs. But everything comes down to careful timing. Because what's going to end up happening is I need to piss off this cluster right as the wargs spawn. So I'll leave the slate there. And then... Actually, I'm going to have you continue to caravan, because I have tons of silver that need moving. Over here. Gonna be a little bit more efficient. In fact, this whole monument can probably go. Isn't there still an opening in the bottom right? Yes, this is opened intentionally. That's how steering Manhunters works. They go to the valid door. So if I closed all the doors, the Manhunters wouldn't move from where they spawn. They would just sort of swarm in a random area. But if I leave one door purposefully over here, closest to the mech cluster, untapped, as the wargs filter towards this door, they will be engaged upon by the mech cluster. It's by design. And a good design at it. Alright, so having Wendy switch her weapon to a sniper rifle so that I can engage the cluster at safe range. No, this is all walled up down here. This is walled, this is walled. You know, if you want to make sure, you can forbid this door and then tell the person to try to draft move. And as you can see, there's no path to go outside. So this is the only valid path. Right? The only valid path in the entire base to exit. Taking a look over here, this is a centipede blaster printer, which is kind of nasty. There is an unstable power cell, which I would like to conserve. There is a mech drop beacon, so it's going to be dropping additional mechs. And then the suppressor, which isn't going to be a problem for 6.2 days. And even if it suppressed us, it would only suppress Curiosity and T-Sang, because Wendy is female and Mass is female. Alright, bed's looking good. Still about 4 days on the Oba. Harduk, you look idle. So I'll have you recharge. Orange Chaos is almost all charged up. And Malamark, thank you for the resub. Alright, here we go. The Manor Hunter pack from up north. Which means it's time. So just to make sure everybody stays behind the walls, mechs behind the walls. Wendy is going to be using some sidecasting to be able to beat the wargs to the door. Because otherwise I wouldn't be able to open the door. And now it's just a matter of shooting them, waking them up, and getting out of dodge. There we go. So the additional max is a pikeman, a scyther, and a pikeman. And then all I have to do to stop the wargs from attacking me and standing by my door is wall it up. And then these wargs will repath to the nearest enemies, which in my case is mechanoids. Nice. Swarm. Well, that couldn't have been any easier. Unfortunately, the unstable power cell took itself out. Fortunately, as did the mech printer. So we don't have mech printer anymore trying to make centipedes. And I did nothing. I just manipulated my two enemies into fighting one another. That's how to do it, dudes. That's how to do it. So as soon as this psychic suppressor dies or breaks or whatever you want to call it, I will be given the Tech Prof Persona Core, allowing me to instantly gain 1 research into anything I want. And I would say the obvious contender would be Recon Armor. It is the most expensive research that I currently want to have. Alright, Wendy, we'll switch your weapon back to an SMG. And she still needs death rest in about 3 days. Most of these wargs, well, some of them are injured. I might actually just go fight them. Mostly for fun. So I'm sending my mechs over to the door, and then once they converge there, I'll go mess with the wargs. A little bit of shooting practice. I might even give my little genie a gun. I don't think he's going to try to break out of prison anytime soon. Take it back. He's been really going hard on the corsets. Right, some of these colors are extra white light. There we go. Alright, wargies. Hey, Frostlam, thank you for the bits. Man, the drop frames are getting even worse, huh? Jeez. So far, they haven't even made it to the wall. And even when they get close, I can knock them back. Oh, to be a warg. Alright, so I think those are the last two. Meaning that I can unrestrict movement here for my mechs, allowing them to go kind of wherever they want. Orange Chaos is going to be assigned to the work group, and unrestricted to go mine up in the top left. And then Wendy, I'm going to have you finish up these wargs. Maybe we'll get some warg meat. And then the rest of my mechs is going to converge on the base again and just recharge. That was easy. Skip is the most broken ability in the game. It is until you're fighting mech bosses or Thrumbo or elephants. They don't work on Thrumbo, mech bosses, and elephants anymore. It's being nerfed. Ooh, exotic goods trader. Got my attention. Alright, Wendy, you're probably hungry. Yeah, you're very hungry. Finish this off and you can eat some of the prisoners. And pods arrived. So here's the tech prof and the orbital, the animal pulsar, all good stuff. It also means that I can go around and remove the door blockers that I no longer need. Especially this one, because it will render my kill box disabled if I don't. Let's use the tech prof before it becomes a target of tantrum. And then Wendy will get some food. So in order to do that, queue up recon armor and use the prof. Oop, I have recon armor now. Alright, a well-earned dinner. Victory dinner. Perfect. Don't wear the prestige helmet. And there we go. Both quests are done. Current priority right now is to improve the defenses of the workshop. And yeah, I'll be doing the trade in just a second. I'm hoping... Oh, they have cataphract armor. So let's go through the genes. Attractive and very attractive genes, I don't necessarily need. Smoothtail would be nice. That Smoothtail, if you're wondering, gives you a manipulation bonus. So you get a 5% manipulation, which isn't terrible. Death Capacity Serum, I'm definitely going to buy. That one's obvious. And then Pollux Seed I'm going to buy. Chunk Skip I'll buy. I'll sell the embryo because that's a non-starter embryo. I'll sell the kidneys. I'm not really sure about other trades here. I mean, I would like the cataphract armor, but I don't think it's realistic. I'm actually just going to sell the hyperweave. I don't foresee myself using it. All right, that was a big trade. So the Pollux tree, I am going to put sort of off into the corner. You don't want to build buildings around it, or it will disable its pollution absorption capabilities. And then, additionally, you don't want Thrumbo to be able to gain access to it, because Thrumbo will eat the tree. So, I'm hoping to get a Pollux tree out to start to be able to absorb pollution that we generate. yet another way to get rid of pollution. That also brings me to Death Rest, right? Because I got Death Rest Serum, so let's get another glycosoid pump, because I'm going to need Death Rest in about 2 days. So it'd be good to have a pump. Oh, cargo pods of kibble. All right. I have no animals, but okay. I didn't buy the tail. I don't think it's worth it for 5% gain. So let's go ahead and ingest the pump, learn the chunk skip, and haul the pulsar. Oh, Inalor. They're pairing a while? Okay. If they're preparing a while, what's really important is for me to open up my kill box. The animal pulsar is going to be pretty worthless on this map tile, because this map tile doesn't really have animals. And the current priority is defend against the raid. There is something that might make a bit of a difference. So Wendy, I'm going to have you work on that cable. And T-Sang, I'm going to have you grab the Molotovs. I'm going to try to light a fire so that they have to walk over fire to attack me. Fire is, of course, Wendy's weakness, but I think I can make it work for me. Why are you walking that way? What are you doing? Grab this. Yeah, there you go. All right, so the mechs are already down here. Inalor is already beginning their assault. T-Sang, you gotta hurry up, friend. Alright, mechs. Make sure you're behind the walls. Everybody else behind the walls. Oh, except for Wendy, because she has to build. Nope, Wendy, you gotta build. Alright. So this is just something that we can build really quickly that is flammable. And then I'm placing it... Oops, that was a drop SMG. I'm placing it where they have to walk in order to enter the kill box so that they get burned on their way in. And then the timing is basically just make sure that T-Sang throws around the time that they're going to be walking over. So looking at their weapons, nothing too special. They do have Fire Foam Pop from... Who has that? Steroid? So I have an idea for Steroid. Orange Chaos. Yep. Come down there. Alright, so T-Sang's ready. Good. Hey, buddy. Get you guys up here. Orange Chaos there. Yeah, none of the others have Fire Foam Poppers. I'm actually going to break a hole in this. Alright. Do they have sniper rifles? They don't. So Steroid is the one that I want to neutralize. Oh, and he fell behind. Because of course he did. Okay. Let's just jump over him. And get that door closed behind. Kill him quick. Nope. Is this the choke point now? Because you guys killed too slow? Actually seems like a fine choke point. T-Sang, come on up over here. We'll take him here. Because they're insisting on doing... Oh, well, okay. Orange Chaos's shield just dropped. Little faster, T. Alright, OC's shield is down. Wendy's gonna take shots here. And now the idea is to maybe use gas in a choke point. Oh, good. A whole bunch of them just dropped. Go melee. Trying to keep them from exiting too quickly. Now the fleeing from fire is oh, he's downed already. Wow, so useful. Part of the problem of having a genie. All right, and they're trying to kidnap who they want to grab. Oops, sorry. T-Sing's over here. Alright, and then someone new is going to come in for T-Sang. Let's just patch you up immediately, because you have some nasty bleeds there. Make sure this Dell guy gets stripped. I like how Rosie's like, ah, there's blood! Gotta fix it! Alright, you're 22 years old. You are a baseliner. Your eggs are my eggs. Okay, bye guys. Pleasure to have you come here. It doesn't hurt to have the cables down here for future use. Let me just get the entryway door repaired. So mechs go to the recharge bay. I don't think that there's... It's kind of hard to tell. Okay, yeah, there's no one dead underneath there. I couldn't tell it at first glance because it was such a pile up of corpses. Alright, so capture you. T, you're just going to lay there for a bit. You'll let me down, so you get to be there. Alright, raid is through. Beef up defenses is now the goal again. Whisperfire, I'm not really sure what the hardest series has been. Maybe Black Lake's like sending me a dozen Doomsday launchers at once. Maybe. So that's pretty nasty. Wendy's very happy. She just got to... Oh, no. Quit trying to put that helmet on. She just got to kill a whole bunch of people. Alright, let's get Orange Cass up and running. Sees our tank. How hungry are you? White. So mass is 11. Curiosity is 1. Pacify the new prisoner? I will. I'm not, she's injured, so it's going to be a minute before she poses a rebellion risk. But let's load the Pacified Plus template. I don't think there's any changes that I want to do to it, so start combining. If I had a Trotter Hands, it might... Let me look at the complexity again. I'll cancel it and take a look again. No, I'm at complexity max. If I had a Trotter Hands, I would need a... I would need to have researched and built a gene processor. So there's nothing I can do to it due to its complexity max. Alright, T. You are gonna get some bed rest. I know, weird, right? I'm surprised how ineffective those raiders were in that fight. They didn't get to do very much. Mechs, you are unrestricted. Yep. Hidden structure looting. Oh, okay. Ancient complex out there. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's see if there's something other than Trotter Hands. I'll take a look again. So... I could get rid of Poor Social for Trotter Hands, I guess, but, like, it makes very little difference. The lower manipulation means that they're less likely to be able to mess with me. The other thing that I didn't look at is it's possible to enslave her. Maybe I want to enslave her instead. I don't know. What I do know is I need blood, so let's go farm them. She's not that useful skill-wise, yeah. I'd really be looking for a miner or a constructor, I think, at this point. She doesn't mine or construct. So, with that in mind, let's just do Pacified Plus. Make sure she behaves. With the ability to make recon armor now, I could have T-Sang, once T-Sang is not sick, make me a really nice piece of recon armor. She's just trying to get her psi focus back up. Alright, how's your health? You actually fell behind. Because I've not been giving you actual meds. I'm going to give you industrial meds just so that you catch up. Don't strip them. That's not what I meant to do. Alright, 10 quality, 80%. That should be pretty good. And this is the new bedrooms. Oh, why'd you get up? I have not a clue. Are you trying to eat? No, you just got up. Okay. Whatever. Just slaves doing weird things. Oh, it's a snow hare in my walls. Not anymore. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Biotech, The First Wendigo, which originally streamed live on Twitch December 1st. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, and I very much hope that you do, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. I'll catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Wendigo.